Hey guys, it's Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Variable Barricade. I'm not over the CG of Kasuga! I am not! Oh! Good lord. Okay. I love him so much! Gabe, if you don't let me marry this motherfucker, I'm gonna kill you! Anyway. So, we are now going to start Ichia's board and probably have to do the whole thing before we can get the end of the common route and then actually get into the game. I mean, the common route's really long. I'm not going to lie. And it's been a blast. I've had a lot of fun. But I'm like, the common route's really fucking long, isn't it? Because we haven't even started a route yet. I'm wondering if the routes just kind of go fast. You know what I mean? Or if they're like this. You know, because this is kind of like, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. But anyway, we're starting with Ichiya, so a recipe book for love. Ichiya makes meals for me every day, but they aren't exactly your standard fare. Yes. Stop, bird. Handsome looks, suave, a repertoire of sweet words and loving expressions. He had everything a girl could want from a perfect boyfriend. That was Ichiya Mitsumure. I mean, he's everything a girl could want. Yeah, he's hot. Yeah, and he's really sweet, and then he starts talking, and you're like, oh, Kim, and you should tone it down. As one of the suitors grandfather chose for me, he spent every day actively courting my favor. Flirty and unwaveringly confident, he never gave up. If there's one thing that I could say about him, it's that dealing with him exhausts me. His sprite is like, oh. Yeah, he is exhausting, but I love it. He looks so sexy in this, though. Oh, never mind, it's gone. But, like, you know, in this little title card thing. Pork cutlet lunch set with burdock root and stewed pumpkin, deep-fried tofu and egg custard on the side. Samugi raised an eyebrow at the plates I plunked down. My, you have a healthy appetite today, madam. Oh, just a little. Ignoring Samugi's curiosity, I focused on moving my fork to my mouth. When the plates of my lunch sides and dessert were clean, I pat my mouth with a napkin and sighed happily. Full now? Yes, that's much better. Now then, will you finally let me in on the reason for your healthy appetite? I hesitated for a moment. Samugi plopped her chin down on her hand and smiled patiently. You aren't worming your way out of this, madam. Her expression said it all. I sighed heavily as I tried to figure out where to start. You should have eaten slower. It's the meals Ichiya prepares for me. Oh, are they bad? I shook my head. No, they're good. Delicious, even. The problem is his, misconception, I suppose. Or maybe I should say his theatrics, which is why I read him very dramatically. Oh, here we go! Yay! I love him. Good morning, my sweet. I've assembled a breakfast fit for a princess. A princess? The placing and cutlery are all antique style. Their dignified airs suit you perfectly. And as a special treat for you, Spacey, I'll draw a portrait of your beautiful face in the sauce. Excuse me? A simple kiss on the lips will be thanks enough. I'd prefer a fast, simple breakfast. Mornings are often busy. Oh, sure. Ichiya, it's not that your food's bad. It's the fact that you're way over the top when you give it to me. Good morning, Spacey. I made an avocado sandwich for you. It has hard-boiled eggs and sliced ham. It's packed with protein and nutrients. That sounds good, actually. Do you like it? It's acceptable. Great. Looking forward to tomorrow, too. I have a bad feeling about this. The next morning. Today we have dipping noodles with a tomato-based sauce. The sweet and sour tanginess does wonders for spurring the appetite, does it not? Tomato-based dipping noodles. For breakfast. The day after. Good morning, Spacey. Today I made buckwheat kasha porridge for you. It's a Russian breakfast staple. And finally, yesterday. I tried my hand at making Mexican quesadillas for you today. Please give me something normal to eat. Oh, I'll see what I can do. I feel like the egg sandwich, like egg, avocado, and ham, that sounds really good. That sounds kind of like, that's fine. And, like, quesadillas are fine, but, like, just not for breakfast. The rest of it, I don't know what it is, but it sounds fancy. Probably too fancy for breakfast. You're like, bitch, I just want some oatmeal with peanut butter in it. Boy, I wonder what we get for breakfast today. Probably a 5-course Eastern meets Western fusion feast or something like that. That's not funny. Spacey, breakfast is ready. Please have a seat. An omelet and toast sat on my plate. A small salad with mini tomatoes was on the side. It's normal food! Yep, normal. A normal breakfast. On the outside, at least. However, these will not taste like normal eggs and toast. I tried being extra particular about quality ingredients today. The mini tomatoes are from Yamada Farms, famous for their organic produce, and the eggs are from Saito Farms, a big name in free-range poultry. Good, right? What do you mean, right? You're like, Jesus Christ. She's sweating. My, and that's a lot to deal with on a daily basis. And though I'm sure Mitsumori is simply trying his best to make things that you'll enjoy, Spacey. I understood that. I knew he wasn't trying to be troublesome, but the bigger problem was I can never have seconds. Ichiya has it in his head that all girls eat like birds. He's all about quality over quantity, so every day he makes a completely different dish just for me with fancy ingredients and gourmet plating. The thought of seconds never even crosses his mind. Well, I mean, like, I guess it's kind of like if you're like, here's a half an egg and a tiny slice of ham, and you're like, I'd like second, that's it. But, like, if you had, like, a big-ass fucking helping of egg, like, you don't need seconds. But he's like, I cut the you're like, is that a quarter of a slice of toast? And a half a fucking hard-boiled egg? And a tiny little 1 ounce, like, 1 itty-bitty little inch cube of Spam? Seriously, Ichiya, the fuck is this? Then why not simply ask him to? Let him know you'd like to have seconds. Sabuki's idea sounded solid, but I shook my head. I can't! That's the last thing I want to do! I'd be like, you love my cooking so much. Wow, Spacey! Is that teeny bit of food really going to be enough for you? It is a rather small portion. Of course it's plenty. In fact, I'd say it's almost too much for her. Spacey is a girl, you know. Ichiya would not like me. I'll down this whole motherfucking pizza, Ichiya. What kind of reason is that? Unlike you gluttons who shovel in thirds and fourths like it's no big deal, Spacey is different. She's a dainty eater, right? This is how you get Ichiya off the Spacey train. You're like, Ichiya, we're going to dinner. And then you shovel in an entire fucking pizza, and he's like, and then he dies, and then you don't have to deal with it. Actually, he's going to be like, actually, I'm turned on by how fast you ate that fucking pizza. You know. Every single time he looks at me and is like, right? Ugh, how am I supposed to retort? And thus, today's lunch. I have no idea why he's that ridiculously fussy about his cooking. Unconsciously, my hands drifted down to my tummy. I think I have room for a little more. Maybe I'll get a second dessert. That, I think, would definitely be going overboard. She's got like fucking cookies under her bed. I'm back! Spacey, welcome home. Look at you. I've been waiting for you, my lovely princess. I've thought of nothing but you the whole time we were parted. I wonder who you were thinking about. I'm thinking that I want to go back to my room. She's like, food. I was thinking about food. I'm so fucking hungry. I was thinking about you, but only because of the food. I turned and tried to make for my sanctuary, but Ichiya reached out and grabbed my arm. Spacey, wait. Can I ask you just one question before you go? Please. The little hint of desperation in his voice made me pause and look back. All right, one question. What did you have for lunch today? I carefully held a neutral expression, hiding my panic. Somebody tattled on me? The giant lunch set, all the dead side dishes, and dessert? Who had snitched on my rumbling tummy? Why do you ask? I was just thinking what to make for dinner, and I didn't want to overlap with anything you'd already had today. You don't mind, do you? He looked serious. I relaxed my shoulders and forced my calm facade not to crack. I'd be like, oh, I didn't even have lunch. I'm starving. If you could make a big meal. He didn't know. Right now, that was all that mattered. I had a perfectly normal Japanese lunch set. You say normal, but the chef at St. Agnes used to be the head chef at a multi-star hotel, right? I saw an internet documentary on him. Well, the food isn't unsatisfactory, no. I was almost impressed at how well-informed he was, but for some reason my answer made Ichiya's brows furrow in concern. I guess dishes made by starred professional chefs are going to suit your palate more than anything an amateur home cook like me could make. Oh my god! Ichiya, your cooking's fine. Oh! Thank you. Ichiya, who was usually a front of self-confidence, slumped his shoulders dejectedly. Outwardly, I maintained a disinterested look. Inwardly, my mind roiled in confusion. I'm not that particular. What makes you think that? I don't know. What makes you think that? Oh, okay, that's this one. Romance up. What makes you think that? Well, I get the impression that the meals I make for you don't make you happy. I couldn't help but blink in surprise. I didn't have any particular problems with the food that Ichiya made. His dishes didn't thrill me as much as he clearly wanted, but I was fine with his cooking. Barring the small servings and overblown plating, I think the food you cook is perfectly tasty. Really? Yes? Wait, no, that's not good enough. His cooking was good. I wasn't dissatisfied with how it tasted. I couldn't understand what was wrong with that. What am I supposed to do now? He's so overdramatic. You're like, your food's fine. And he's like, you're like, your food's actually pretty good. And he's like, it's not good enough. She's like, what is wrong with you? Ichiya's shoulders slumped in dejection again. I was looking at him bewildered when the front door opened. Oh, thank God. Kasuga? No, it's Taiga. I'm back. Huh? Yo, Ichiya. Oh, no, it's Taiga. Why was I saying that in Ichiya's voice to himself? It's because of the blue. Man, I wish they had color-coded their names. Anyway. Yo, Ichiya. Did another one of your pickup lines go over like a lead balloon? Bro, try something new. Taiga saw us, smirked, and let fly his usual snarky comments, and this is where you run and let them deal with it. Somehow this promptly revived Ichiya, who made a show of brushing back his bangs and huffing. I don't need to hear that from you, Taiga. Unlike your boorish attitude towards Spacey, I happen to understand what ladies like and how they think. And that's why her lofty, haughty attitude tugs at my heart. Her fiery spirit has lit a blaze of adoration on the cold hearth of my soul. How does that make any sense? And were you a depressed mess a minute ago? I stared at Ichiya, dumbfounded. He turned and flashed one of his oh-so-suave smiles at me. He's either faking being upset, or he's faking this because he doesn't want Taiga to see that he's upset. I don't really know, but he's crazy. Just you wait. I'll make a dish for you tonight that's so special, it'll grab your heart and never let go. That sounds like it's going to give me a heart attack, and I don't know if I want that. Thanks. I'm really okay with just a normal dinner. Please look forward to great things. Punctuated his offer threat. His offer slash threat! I love this game. With his patented cheesy wink, then strutted to the kitchen. See, the cheesy wink, that's why frickin' Kazu is his fucking relation. It's his brother. I can't wait to find this out. Ah, well, as long as it's filling, I don't care. I sighed heavily, shaking my head at Taiga's blithe comment. A recipe book for love. Clear! Ooh, we have two choices. Which one do we go to? Ooh, Rabby brought back a new video. Oh, we watched the Rabby video. Well, okay, another one, not this one. Not my performance. We look snooping for secrets. Ooh, in Ichiya's room. Okay, that's the one we watch. Oh, look at that CG. Oh, God, he's gorgeous. Yogurt. High school girls fashion, older high school girls, age gap romance. Oh, God, it makes it worse. Ichiya. I wonder what he was staring at so intently. What do high school girls think is cool? I guess he cares about the age difference more than I thought. Yeah, because it's weird. I had mixed feelings about his secret research, considering he's 26 years old and a ladies' man, I guess. I decided to give him a little credit and pretended I didn't see this footage just now. We're going to have to watch that again because we have to see the CG, because it's one of those, like, fast CGs, and I want to read all of the fucking things that he's saying, so. Snooping for secrets. Here we go. Ready? Pay attention! God, he's hot! Like, he's hot as fuck in this CG. Age gap romance, high school girls, romance, legality. That was the last one. We read the other ones, but like, oh god. I wish they would keep the CGs up on that until you clicked, but anyway. Oh dear god. Okay, so we have Ichiya from Taiga's perspective, or Shion's perspective. You know what's weird? They don't have Ichiya from Nayuta's perspective. But with Nayuta's, there was only 2 of them. And then Shion and Taiga, I think, both had all 3. But, like, some of them don't, which is weird. But, Ichiya from Taiga's perspective. Okay, we'll read that one first. Taiga insists that Ichiya is making an effort to get to know me in his own way. That's what it said. I forgot to read it. Taiga? I was standing right behind him, but the rumble of the engine drowned out my voice. Taiga! Taiga! This is not one that you play not with freaking headphones on. Oh my god. Huh? What's up, babe? Why all this shouting? I wasn't shouting for fun. I was seized by the urge to snap a comeback, but I held my ire in. I have a question. What, you're asking me? I nodded, then continued. I'm curious what the rest of you have for lunch while I'm away at school. That. Instant noodles, leftovers. Sometimes we go out to eat too. Me, though, most of the time I just skip lunch. Doesn't Ichiya cook anything? What, you think he cooked for us? Psh! Nah, babe. He only breaks out the pots and pans for you. Oh, but test dishes are different. When he's trying something new, he makes us taste all kinds of stuff. The problem wasn't that he was particular about cooking. He was only particular about what he cooked for me. Much, much too particular. He even makes the others taste test his new dishes. I sighed, shaking my head. Taiga looked at me with a wry grin. He's thinking about this in his own way, babe. Hell, out of all of us, he's probably the one putting the most effort in, sorry. At least give him some credit, Kay. I agreed with that part. Thinking of what to make, then going to the effort to cook it every single day, that isn't easy by any stretch of the imagination. He sure loves you, can't deny that. It's gotta be nice knowing you got a guy making that kind of effort. Are you sure he isn't just being stubborn? He called me lofty and haughty and whatnot a minute ago. I wrinkled my nose and Taiga snorted at me. Jeez, you're a cold one, babe. The man's given this his all, you know? You could at least acknowledge that much. Huh, I don't need a lecture. Yeah. Even though I'll admit he's too desperate at times. Just give us some fish and miso, bro. Damn. Exactly. Inwardly, I nodded in enthusiastic agreement. You're like, I just wanted a piece of cheese. I didn't need this whole fucking charcuterie board. Rabby brought back a new video. Oh, do we go to the video? Or let's see what we go to next. Yes, we go to the Rabby video. Okay. My performance. A butler's feelings. Oh, God. Why can't... We'll watch that one next, but it's not... Oh, look at Taiga in a CG. Yeah, there it goes. Cute. Although it's scary that his eye is a complete shadow. It's not like the part of his face, it's just his eyes. So it was a little odd. We'll watch it again. At first, I couldn't tell what music venue these photos were from, but then I realized it was actually Taiga's room. I read Rabby's manual and learned that it has an automatic photo editing feature. Regardless, Taiga looks super into it. I guess he's one of those guys that gets carried away. He either thinks he's the next Hendrix or he's really caught up in the moment. If he knew I saw these, he'd be so embarrassed and angry. The thought lifted my spirits for the rest of the day. We'll watch it again so that you can see the CGs just in case you missed it. Because, like, most of these don't have, like, what was my performance? So now we've seen all of their little, like, secrets because Nayuta was sleeping. Shion's was the best because he was coming out of the shower and you're like, oh, hi! Although Ichiya looked really hot in his. But here you go. Like, Taiga looks cool in his, but, like, it's not Ichiya or Shion's. Those ones were hot. Alright, so there you go. Again, I do wish they stayed longer. We will get to see them at the end, I'm sure, because I'm sure they're in the gallery, but, whatnot. Okay, so now we get to go to Ichiya from Shion's perspective. I'll be back for you later, Kasuga. Ichiya from Shion's perspective. Shion points out that Ichiya and I aren't interacting on the same level. Well, we're not acting in the same book, I don't think. Shion, what are you doing? Shion, expending effort? My voice cracked with shock. He looked up at me and smiled gently. I was just putting on some tea. Oh, would you care to join me, Spacey? You're making tea for yourself? Why? He was the sort of person to call Nayuta to grab something that was sitting next to his elbow. I stared at Shion in disbelief. His smile turned wry and he shrugged smoothly. Even I can make a pot of tea for myself. Though if there's someone I can ask to do it for me, I'll do that instead. Here you go. I looked down at the amber liquid in the cup I held. As far as I could tell, it was perfectly normal tea. Thank you. Hesitantly, I took a tiny sip. It's delicious. Really? Oh, lovely. I'm glad you enjoy it. Though all I did was steep the leaves I found in the cabinet for a minute. That's perfectly fine. Really, it was. It was normal, everyday tea, and that was more than enough for me. So why did Ichiya insist on making food complicated? Shion, would you happen to know how to cook? The kitchen is Ichiya's castle, as you know. Whether he could or not aside, it seemed there was no way to convince him to trade off duties with Ichiya. He wouldn't even if he could cook. Do you not like Ichiya's cooking, Spacey? I don't not like it. I danced around the subject. Shion looked at me with a graceful smile. Ichiya's attempting to make you notice his greatest strengths. I think that's fine. However, I also think he isn't particularly skilled at dedicating himself to another person. Huh? That wasn't what I expected to hear. As long as Ichiya had been here, well, as long as I had been in this house with him, he always seemed to be bustling from one task to another just for me. Shion thought for a moment and then nodded to himself. He smiled gently. And to be honest, I think you might not be very skilled at having someone devoted to you, Spacey. Oh? What do you mean? If someone who's devoted does all they can for the one they're devoted to, and the devoted must tell the devotee what they want, either casually or covertly, that way they may both devote themselves and be devoted in the most devoted... That way, they may both devote themselves and be devoted to in the most fulfilling way possible. Phew! To be honest, I wasn't quite sure I understood what Shion said, but the message felt important. I thought about it a moment and then asked the question that had struck me immediately. Do you say that, from personal experience? Shion simply chuckled. I'll leave that one to your imagination. That was fast. Oh my god, please tell me we can watch the Butler thing now. Can we watch Kasuga? Do we get another video? Rabby video? Rabby video? Yes! Oh! Yay! We have to go! Yeah, I get it. Rabby brought back a new video and we get to watch Kasuga. Oh, Butler's feelings won. Oh my god, there's two of them! Okay, I was scrolling up in the thing and I realized, like, I remember seeing a Butler's Feelings one, but I was too distracted by Kasuga and, like, whatever. But as I was scrolling up in the guide to make sure that we go to it, and I was like, a Butler film, like, one. There must be another one! As I looked over the screen and I saw that's the one that popped up. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, we get two. Wait, are we gonna get a hot CG of fucking Kasuga? Pay attention just in case. No. Okay. No, I'm sorry, but it's okay. Well, what do we have here? Oh, look what I found when I was straightening out the pillows. A girl and her grooms. It looks like a manga for young girls. Perhaps Miss Spacey's interested in the subject matter. Nevertheless, that's quite a title. Look at the look on his face! He is so ashamed! I love it. I wonder, does she think this might be helpful? If so, I can't help but laugh. Well, for now I'll just put a girl and her grooms back where I found it. And perhaps it'd be wise to hide it in a less obvious place next time, Don't you think so too, Master Rabby? I feel like Kasuga knows, because he's like talking to the rabbit. He's like, oh, girl. No, it was Samugi who foisted that. Wait just a minute. Kasuga asked me today if my pillows were comfortable and if the fabric was to my liking. Was that why? He definitely wasn't talking out loud in the recording for his own benefit. I love Kasuga. But it's weird that it's a butler's feelings. That's not really his feelings. He's feeling around in my frickin' drawers. I mean, I wish he would. You're welcome. A massive misconception. Yep, okay. I insist that I want to eat the same food as everyone else. Ichia reluctantly agrees, but... I love you too, buddy. Stop eating my headset. I'm Yo, babe. Spacey, welcome home! I opened the door only to almost run smack into Taiga and Nayuta. Both of them were grinning ear to ear. Oh, hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. It was my, that call I had to answer. It wasn't a spam call. It was my landlord. Because I had mail for him that I've been holding, so he was calling to just be like, I'm gonna stop by. Is that cool? And I was like, all right, cool. So, you know, it's better than the doorbell ringing and me being in mid-conversation, so I just had to stop to give him his mail. So anyway, you know, because it's like, it's weird. You think, I'm like, your landlord gets mail at your house, but it's like for the HOA and everything, so. And like one of them was probably, I don't know if it was actually like, hey, insurance for the house, because it's a townhouse that I live in that I rent, so like obviously he's gonna get like, you know, HOA stuff, so. Yep, it was that, and I was like, all right, so cool. I keep getting mail for the fucking bitch that lived here before, and I'm like, return to sender, whore moved out in January. Like, it's been 6 months, bitch, change your address. Like, for fuck's sake. Still this bitch. I'm like, I'm gonna just start shredding it. I don't give a fuck what it is. I'm not even returning to the sender anymore, this whore. Like, I'm pretty sure I got shit from, like, her tax returns back. Like, I'm pretty sure I got something and I was like, this is from the government. Bitch, you would think the first thing you would do is change your motherfucking address or put in a change of address to the post office. Because, like, I get it. It takes a while to go through all your credit cards or your mail and be like, oh, fuck, I didn't change this address. Or, oh, I forgot this. Like, me, I forgot to change my address with work. Oh, right, duh. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, have a list, and you always forget something, right? That's why you put in a change of address with the post office, because then that mail gets forwarded, and then you're like, oh, right, I forgot this. You know, and then your spam mail can get forwarded as well. But, like, this bitch didn't even do that. I'm like, it's not that hard. It costs $1. Lazy whore. Like, God, I get so mad. I'm like, this fucking bitch. Thank God he didn't. Because, like, in the very beginning when I first moved in, he gave me the keys. Like, oh, if you get mail for the prior tenant, just save it for us. Because, like, you know, she hasn't changed her address yet. Okay, that's stupid. She moved out in January. This place was vacant in February. I moved in March. I moved in at the end of February. So I'm like, that's stupid. She's had, like, a fucking month to do it. But maybe she didn't know where she was going or something. So, okay, fine. Whatever. But as soon as, like, April kind of rolled around, I was like, this is getting fucking ridiculous. I don't mind for, like, he got some mail, and, like, when he came over for something, I'm like, oh, yeah, I got a bunch of mail. He came over. I gave him the stuff because he was expecting a package sent here because I think him and his family were also in the process of moving from their house to another one. So, like, fine, you had a package sent here. I don't mind. Whatever. You know, because this is a stationary address, and, like, I don't mind that. Like, it's not like you're doing it all the time. He did it once when I first moved in. So it was like, I gave him the mail for the other tenant, and I was like, whatever. I figured, okay, the bitch keeps getting mail. It's fucking June. Like, what the balls, whore? Change your fucking address. like, I want to hunt this bitch. I want to get a private investigator to hunt this bitch down and be like, change your fucking address. And, like, chuck her fucking shit in her face. I mean, I still get, like, junk mail for other people, but, like, whatever. It's junk mail. I'm like, too bad. HelloFresh keeps sending every other person that used to live here fucking shit. Whatever. I might use your coupon someday, or they get thrown out. Like, they don't care, you know what I mean? But, like, this is, like, legit shit. I'm like, this came from the federal government. This is probably your tax returns. Like, bitch, no, what the fuck? You filed your taxes maybe in January, and then you, like, picked up and moved and then I'm like, well, how did you pick up and move so fast? Like, maybe you had to for a job or something, and it was a last-minute thing, but, like, you filed your taxes. Could you even file them in January? I'm pretty sure I didn't file mine till February, right? But, like, you would put a change of address in. Like, I feel like, I don't know. Look, I don't know, but, like, at least change it with the post office. I'm just saying. Anyway. 5-minute rant of nothing. But so I had to give him his mail, so. Anyway. We already read this. I opened the door and almost to run smack into Taiga and Nayuta. Both of them are grinning eager. Okay. What are you doing? We're gonna buy some curry roux. Curry roux? Is that how it is? Me and Ichi had a little bet going. He lost. I got to decide dinner tonight, and I say we're having curry. No fancy ingredients, no secret spices, just regular, everyday, out-of-the-box curry. We'll be back before long. See ya! Regular curry? Did they mean the same regular curry and rice that I knew and loved? Fluffy, steaming white rice with savory curry sauce poured over top. Just the thought of it made my tummy growl. You know what I feel bad about? Ichi is making all this gourmet, wonderful food for you, and you're like, no. And he's like, and they're gonna bring back freaking just crap in a box, and you're gonna be like, yes! He's making you this gourmet fancy burger, and you're like, McDonald's! He's gonna feel so awful about himself, and you're like, look, it's just because sometimes you just want a plain burger. I just want a burger with, like, you know, pickles and onions and lettuce and tomato and ketchup and mustard. I don't even need the less than tomato. Just give me pickles, onions, ketchup, and mayo. That's what I want. I don't need this fancy. It's like this fancy raised beef, and then it's got like fucking fancy brie or some kind of and it's got crazy shit on it. Look, sometimes you want to get crazy and you want barbecue sauce, jalapenos, pickles, and onions. Always pickles and onions. Freaking fried eggs. Sometimes you want that. Okay? But then there's like the burgers and it's like, oh hi, it's like bison, and then it's like got fancy cheese, and it's got these like fancy fucking tomato. It's not even tomato. They got like weird vegetables and shit on it, and like arugula. What the fuck? Okay, sometimes you don't want that fancy fucking bullshit. You know, when you cut into it, blue cheese explodes. You're like, listen. I just want a basic fucking burger, okay? Like, I don't need the fancy shit, but that's what he's like, oh, and by the way, it's on the teeny tiniest little baby bun and a teeny tiniest little bit of meat and one little piece of cheese and like whatever, because you're a girl and you can't eat a fucking big ass burger. Bitch, I will down that motherfucker. I will eat a cow right now. Get out. Like, and he just doesn't get it because we're not communicating that, but it's like, he's gonna have a flip out and it's gonna be amazing. I want some. I really, really, really wanted some. Visions of curry rice mountains were dancing in my head, and the fact that she's just gonna shovel that shit in. The memories of the dainty meals I've been forced to tolerate lately only made the hunger pang sharper. But no, I'm sure I won't be able to have any. I mean... Oh, look at the little GBs! Nayuta's plate is empty. Taiga's shoveling it in, and look! I'm surprised he gave us 3 pieces of bread and a couple pieces of lettuce. Like, oh, no, it's like, here, you have these tiny pieces. But he gave us bruschetta or whatever. But again, that's bread. Why are you giving me carbs? Don't you love me? Wait, yes, he gave me bread. He loves me. Like, that's the thing, though. What? Why are you giving me bread? Don't you think that's not dignified for... You shouldn't eat bread. Carbs are bad. Anyway, bro, it's curry. Yep, that's curry. It is indeed curry. I have, of course, made a separate dish just for you, Spacey. A curry-seasoned shirred eggs and tomatoes with garlic toast on the side. I mean, that could be good, if that's my, like, appetizer. Huh? Oh, huh? Are you gonna have the same curry as us, Spacey? Of course she isn't! She'd never eat Buck's curry like a commoner! Girls like you don't enjoy that kind of vulgar fare. Right, Spacey? Vulgar, huh? Tastes pretty damn good to me. Well, that's unfortunate, but it's your choice. I made sure it was an appropriately dainty portion for a dainty lady. Go on, eat. I like how it's like, it's your choice. It's not my choice, though! That's the best part! I want to eat regular curry. Has there ever been another time in my life when I felt this strongly over a plate of plain old curry and rice? No, never. And I had no choice. I had to say it now or forever be stuck with my regrets. Forever be stuck with my regrets. Not struck with them. I breathed deeply, steeled myself, and then walked toward the kitchen. I like reading this in overdramatic fashion. It makes it a lot more fun. I hope it's fun for you. This is a wild ride. If this is your first time here, I'm not normally this overdramatic when I read, but this one just suits it. I don't know, I'm having fun. First, I needed to scout the enemy's position. I mean, for God's sakes, line like this. You know? She's like peeping around the corner. First, I need to scout the enemy's position. I quietly peered around the kitchen door. Ugh. Why am I stuck making a beginner dish like boxed curry? How am I supposed to demonstrate my skills with this rubbish? God, They don't respect me at all. Mumbling complaints to himself, Ichiya deftly peeled a handful of potatoes. I saw carrots, onion, and a generous pile of sliced meat on his cutting board, too. Curry ingredients. Run-of-the-mill curry ingredients. So lovely! So plain! Ichiya, do you have a moment? Well, hello, my sweet. Did you miss my presence so much that you came to see me? A little bit, because I like being dramatic. With the bright smile he turned on me, it was hard to believe he was grumbling and complaining a minute ago. I need to learn to read. There were several things I wanted to say, but best to get the most important part over with first. It would help if I could read, but I just can't. It's sort of illiterate here. Tonight's dinner is curry, right? You must have seen Taiga. Yes. Can you believe him? Telling me of all people to make normal boxed curry like a cafeteria worker. But don't worry, I'll make a separate, appropriately intricate dish for you, Spacey. Something so good and so special it will grab you by the heartstrings, and I want curry same as everyone else! I want to eat the same meal as the others. We're all living here together, after all. Besides, making something different for me every time has to be a lot of work for you, right? That was a persuasive argument, if I did say so myself. I was feeling quite satisfied with myself. Ichiya looked at me, still seemingly unconvinced. He looked sad. You're like, it's gotta be so hard making something different for me. And he's like, but I enjoy it. Most mothers would be like, eat the same meal! I'm sick of making 6 meals for all you fucking kids! And Ichiya's over there like, why doesn't anyone want something different? I want to make 6 different meals. It'll be fabulous. Because he's crazy. But I love him. You really think that? I nodded firmly, looking right back at him. I willed my thoughts to drill directly into his brain. I can't wait for the normal voice he has when we play back with the voice acting and not the overdramatic fucking whatever the hell I'm doing. Like, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be like, wow, he's so normal. He doesn't seem at all dramatic and over the top. I don't know if I'm gonna be like, oh man, it's so much better than mine. It's always better than mine. I mean, really, I can't do guy voices, okay? And like Japanese male voice acting is like fucking amazing. Their voices are sexy as shit, okay? For the most part. So like, it's gonna be good. But I just want it to be like, over dramatic. I just want him to be slightly over dramatic. Just because. I just feel like that's Ichiya. And if he's just like, normal sexy voice, it's gonna be like, well, that's like good, but where's the dramatic fits? And I feel like the VA has to have done the dramatic fits because they're really good at doing this where you're like, wow, they went all in on this. Like, they get into their roles. I appreciate it. I'm just saying. If this were localized, the voice acting would be shit. Don't get me wrong. Some games actually have really good English voice acting. And it makes you question sometimes when you watch anime or other things and you're like, how is this thing, like the Persona series, right? Persona 5. English voice acting's actually really good. It's good. Okay, I like it. It's not really the same as the Japanese voice acting because Akira/Ren is Jun Fukuyama in the Japanese version. And hi! If you've been here for more than 2 seconds, you know how much I love that bitch. Anyway, but like, Matt Mercer does a great job as Yusuke. It's amazing. Right? You're like, I love this. It's great. And then you watch certain like English dubs of like anime or other things and you're like, what is this? Why are we all doing Christian Bale Batman impressions? Why are we all being dramatic? I mean, I could do better. And I suck. I'm just saying. If they want really bad dramatic voice acting, I could do that. I'm bad. I'm still better than some of them. Like, I'm like at the top of the suck pool, okay? I'm just saying, if you want to go into the suck pile, call me, all right? I'm good at this. I'm good at being bad, all right? And I have fun doing it, so. If you want really good voice acting, you wouldn't hire half the people that fucking do dubs. I don't understand. I feel like it's just because sometimes they're like, here's a script, you don't get to see what you're dubbing. And then people are reading it, and they're just trying, and they don't know what they're supposed to be doing, and that's why it comes out shitty. You know? Because, like, if you're acting, and you're, like, an actual physical actor, right? Or what you should be doing for voice acting. It's not like, here's lines, read it. You don't go into an Avengers movie, and they're like, read these lines, and you're like, oh no, Tony, watch out for... What page? Loki, you know what I mean? Like, you know what's happening and you're acting and they're like, no, I need you to emote like this. And like, there's direction. I feel like there's no direction with a lot of English voice acting. They're like, here's some lines, just read them. You're like, what am I supposed to be feeling here though? And then they get the lines and they're like, this sucks, whatever. They just don't want to like actually direct the people voice acting. And that's the problem. Cause like, I feel like the voice actors would be better if it wasn't like, just do some shitty dramatic Batman voices. Yeah, that'll work. You know? Should fire some of the directors, maybe. That's what I'm saying. Not the Japanese ones. They're fucking amazing, because all this shit is gold. Anyway. But then you have shit people like me who are just overacting and voice acting. But again, I'm just saying. This is amazing. Anyway. I nodded firmly, looking right back at him. I willed my thoughts to drill directly into his brain. I wanted to eat normal curry. After a moment, I could see his shoulders relax as the tension drained out of them. He smiled. You are such a kind person, Spacey. I'm flattered that you think of my exhaustion, even if it means sacrificing your own wants. What made him think that? But you don't need to worry about me. My biggest wish is that the cooking I spend so much time on brings you happiness and brightens your day. Right now, having regular curry would make me happy. But I couldn't say it, not flat out. I desperately tried to come up with a convincing excuse. I don't want to be spoiled! You aren't a servant. I feel like if you say I don't want to be spoiled, that's like gonna kill him because he wants to spoil you. The servant person's like, you're not a servant. And he's like, I'm not trying to be a servant, I just want to spoil you. And you're like, oh. Oh, I don't want to be spoiled! Really? I'm shocked, because I figured this would be like, he's like, but I want to spoil you. All right. Romance up. Or maybe it's because we're being honest. I don't want to be spoiled. And he's like, oh, you're being honest with me. I appreciate this. I don't know. I don't want to come off as a spoiled child. I was raised under strict discipline, you know, and that discipline has strengthened my character. I don't want any special treatment. I don't want to make anyone go out of their way for my meals. A frown tweaked at the corner of Ichiya's lips. It's sort of my job to spoil you. At least save it for times outside of meal times. I stayed quiet, looking straight at him. After a moment, Ichiya backed down, letting a smile come to his lips. You're gorgeous when you're strict with me, Spacey. I don't think anything in the world will ever outshine that beauty. I surrender completely. I bet you do. And he's like, I like it when you look at me angry. Wow, you really are a little bit more like Nayuta than you'd want to think, huh? You don't want to admit it, but you're just a little bit close. I mean, he wants me to step on him, but you do like it when I get strict with you, so... There's a line. Nayuta's over it, but you're close to it. Well, I do want to fulfill every little thing that you request, Spacey, even if it's something that breaks my heart. Ichiya put his hand on his chest as if wounded. Of course he did. I actually dramatically acted that out too, like... I have to, like, hand mime as I'm acting them out. It just makes the dramatics come out easier. Yeah, I can't just sit here and read the lines. If we had a face cam, it'd be bad, because I haven't taken a shower and I look like shit. But, like, if I did that, it would just be way too distracting. We're not doing that. But his theatrics didn't move me. Because tonight... I get to eat normal curry for normal people! Well then, I'm looking forward to dinner tonight. Sure thing. Leave it to me. I left the kitchen feeling so happy, I almost started humming. I love it. I love it. I can hardly wait! I went through my homework with only half a mind, my brain occupied with dreams of curry. I couldn't help but let a giggle escape. Kasuga, who was setting out a cup of tea for me, smiled along with me. Did something pleasant happen today, miss? Yes, you could say that. Today I learned how amazing it is to overcome oneself! Oh, that's nice to hear. I can hardly wait for dinner time. I feel like she's going to be disappointed. I just want to know he's going to make something super special. Stepping into the living room, I could already catch the savory scent of curry wafting from the kitchen. It had been long enough since I last had normal curry that the smell was enough to make my tummy rumble. I quickly made my way to the dining room. I was halfway across the living room when I came to my senses. I like how my tummy rumble. Can't you just say my stomach? We're not 12. If they found out that I was looking forward to curry this much, they'd definitely tease me over it. I had to calm down and treat this as any other evening. What the hell? I knew it. I knew he fucked it up somehow. You're like, oh, he's gonna spoil it. He's gonna ruin it. I just want to eat what everyone else is eating. He's like, then everyone else will eat what I made for you. Because we were not clear. Listen to me. You will make that fucking curry and I will fucking eat it and I will be happy eating it because that's what you made. You got it? Good. Yeah. What's wrong? I dashed to the dining room where the shout came from. I mean, it was Taiga and Nayuta, so... The first thing I saw when I walked in was... Oh, is this CG? No, it's a... Taiga looks so sad. Nayuta's bawling. Shion's fine. Oh my god. He made it fucking fancy. Oh, it's not a CG. It's a little chibi. I go right over fucking Taiga. It's a sad. Him and Nayuta, look at him. Oh, they're so cute. We don't look thrilled either. Curry. Technically, anyway. But not really! 5 prettily plated tiny bowls of curry-spiced rice gratin sat on the table. Each had a dainty salad, a cup of... Yasi? Or is that Lassie? Is that supposed to be an L? That's an L because it's lowercase. Never mind. I don't know why I was thinking it was an uppercase I. What's Lassie? Lassie? The dog? Oh! That is so rude! Sure, it's Lassie, whatever. And even a petite chocolate cupcake set by the side. Why were all the plates so pointlessly dressed up? Our discussion in the kitchen floated back to mind. This is where you slap him. I want to eat the same meal as the others. We're all living here together, after all. You ruined it for everyone, but still funny. He'd technically done what I'd asked, yes, but I hear you, buddy. Simmer down. He didn't come back up with me after I came back in the mail. Give him my landlord mail. This isn't what I meant. I prepared everything precisely as my princess requested. Go on, dig in before it gets cold. Not what I requested! I was still too stunned to think straight, but Nayuta, Taiga, and Shion were under no such constraints. This isn't my usual curry. Yeah, totally different for me, too. Oh, I prefer this sort of curry, to be honest. Aww! I'm sorry. I mentally apologized to Taiga and Nayuta for indirectly subjecting them to weird people's curry. It's funnier because it's weird people because freaking Ichiya made it, but also because Shion enjoys this better, so it's the weird people. They are a little weird. And then Taiga and Nayuta are a little more basic, like normie, you know? Racked by guilt, I tried not to squirm in my seat. Ichiya didn't notice. He looked at the others and sighed. If you really want commoners' curry and rice that badly, go for it. There's leftover roux in the pot. Yes! I know it's supposed to be Valley Girl, but it was Taiga and Nayuta being excited, so. Nayuta and Taiga gulped down their gratin and dashed to the stove. Both piled their plates high with normal curry. Steaming white rice, creamy curry roux, the spicy, savory scent taunted me. I want some of that too, but my wish hadn't gotten through. I want some of that too, but my wish hadn't come through. I feel like we're just about to bust into a fucking musical right there because it rhymed. I need a drink. Hold on. My throat is extremely dry lately. Ichiya looked at me, grinning ear to ear with a brilliant smile. Well, satisfied? Yes, thank you. My curry-spiced rice gratin tasted like tears and regret. Oh, that's so good. Oh, we get to watch the other one! A Butler's Feelings, too. Do we get a Butler's Feelings 3? Yes! Look, I figured after the 2, I was like, we probably don't, but I was just really hoping. There was a I didn't know that was coming. I didn't. I was just like, wait, if we got a Butler's Feeling 1 and 2, could there be like 3? Is there 4? I really wasn't expecting there to be. I'm extremely excited. I love this. More Kasuga better, okay? More Kasuga, more better. Now our books are perfectly organized. Miss Spacey's shelf is certainly full of useful and studious materials. Textbooks, how-tos for various crafts. Indeed, there are even books under her pillow. Miss Spacey is so dedicated to her studies that she reads a diverse range of books. All the knowledge she's acquired has no doubt guided her in solving many problems with aplomb. I know her. I see her, self-possessed and assured of her ability to make level-headed decisions. Steadfast in her refusal to be influenced by those around her. I see how immensely hard she works. So dignified, so admirable. I'm so proud of my magnificent lady. Aren't you too, Master Rabi? I like how he's talking directly to the thing and he knows, and you're like, he's just trying to tell you that he's in love with you. Could you just accept it? His face looks sincere, but he's absolutely teasing me. Maybe he's teasing you, but I feel like he's teasing you because he loves you. I can't wait to get a Butler's Feelings 4! I kind of actually like this little sneak peek where like, oh, the Rabi brings back a video and it's like, well, it's not the one we're gonna watch. And then we can see what the next one is. Because it just makes me excited knowing that the next time we go to see a Rabi video, it gets to be more Kasuga. I'm always happy with Kasuga. I love him so much. I have problems. And Kasuga not being able to be romanced right now is one of them, so. Oh, here's Ichiya from Nayuta's perspective. Okay. Ichiya from Nayuta's perspective. So when Nayuta, did we have like a later one? I don't remember. The other ones, Shion and Taiga, they were all three right after that first box. So I was like, and I can't remember Nayuta's being separated like this, but Nayuta seems impressed by all the intricate recipes Ichiya cooks every day. Munch, 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 go! Ahem! Munch, munch, munch. Peeking into the living room, I saw Nayuta happily chowing down on some rice balls. He's blushing. Didn't we just have dinner? Yep, but that wasn't nearly enough. I was still so hungry. Ichiya makes yummy food, but he never lets me have seconds, let alone thirds. That is definitely true. Before I came here, I was used to eating mostly peasant food. Peasant food! Said peasant food. And I still get hankerings for plain old rice balls. Did you make those yourself? Nayuta shook his head. Nope, a granny I see in the park gives me snacks. Last time it was Inari sushi. The time before that was rolled omelets. She makes yummy food. Was she feeding him treats? Like a stray? I like how even the old ladies think he's a dog. It never gets old. Oh well, at least it wasn't dog biscuits. And the rice balls Nayuta was stuffing into his face did look delicious. Tender white rice wrapped in crispy seaweed. It was two simple ingredients, but that's what made it good. There's just something about this that tastes like Mom's home cooking. It's so nice. I completely understood that. Yes, meals at the main estate were generally prepared by skilled professional chefs, but I always preferred the simple family cooking that one of the assistants, Sumiko, would make. Sumiko, it's probably Sumiko, yeah. Sumiko would make. Her candied chestnuts were just, I reminisced about some of the most delicious things she'd made and started to nod along with him, but... No, but you love fancy gourmet meals the best, right, Spacey? Ichiya told me so. He says girls are all about quality over quantity and stuff. Not all girls, thank you! Man, Ichiya's really something. Thinking up new things to try to make every day, then working hard to cook it. Maybe I should do that too. You can cook? Nayuta squinched up his face, thinking. Well, I can grill simple stuff and boil water. Other stuff, well, I'll learn from my mistakes. Like after I burn the house down. You don't have to if you don't want to. Your talents lie elsewhere. Yeah, good point. I guess there's other stuff I'm kind of good at. Munch, munch, munch. Eating. Did he agree, or had he simply stopped caring? He forgot. He's not that smart. Either way, I suppose I had at least saved the kitchen from being turned into a disaster area, or an actual fire. Good job. Alright, so... wait, we got a few minutes. Yeah, so... I'm going to... Oh, I don't get to watch the Rabby video yet? Oh, yes, we do. Oh, we do. Oh! I scroll down and it says a Butler's... Oh, there must not be any more Rabby videos. Interesting. Ooh. Okay, well, we get to watch a Butler's Feelings 3. Yay! Yes! Oh, I'm so excited. I'm shaking my leg like a dog getting his head scratched. Anyway. I love you, Kasuga. I hope you know that. Miss Spacey's very shy and doesn't always communicate effectively with others. She often gets stuck in her own head. True. But I take notice. She works harder than anyone I know, and she always tries to be considerate of others. She's the kindest, most caring person I've ever met. I feel like you're like a Butler's Feelings. Are you trying to tell me that you're in love with me? Because I'm in love with you too, and I don't want to marry these other chuckle fucks. I actually kind of do want to go down their routes so we can finish the game, but like I really hope the end route is me getting to be with you because I will fucking choke someone if not. Did I mention I love Kasuga? Is that obvious? Wait, no. I'm proud that I serve Miss Spacey. I'm truly happy to do so. God, I wish I had a sexy-ass butler like you. Look at you, you goddamn gorgeous motherfucker. So, I want you to know that you can count on me for help anytime you need it. Okay, Master Rabby. He got real serious all of a sudden. I wouldn't say it made me particularly happy to hear him say those things. She's blushing, though? But I haven't really heard him say all that before, so I'll just give it another listen. Oh my god, we're so in love with our fucking hot butler! And he looks sexy as shit in normal clothes. Stop it! Those other girls standing on the corner, oh my god, he's so hot, should we talk to him? I will kill you. I will push you into fucking traffic. I'm not kidding. I'm still figuring out where you live to fucking push you down your own stairs for even thinking of touching my butler. He's mine. He makes me feral. I don't know. I broke out into a big grin and pressed the replay button. See, she's like, oh, Kasuga. And it's not like, aw, wow. Girl, you got it bad. You and me both, okay? But at least I can admit it. I want to have one of these where we get to see like a Kasuga CG. You know what I mean? Like, there's all these secret ones. Like, we got the little sleepy night. We got those, but I want a Kasuga one. That's all I'm saying. Is it too much to ask for? I guess. Technically, I don't think we have... Oh, fuck. I didn't read the Ichiya barges into the school. That's all I saw. So, anyway. This is a lunchtime delivery of love. I don't remember what it said. Hopefully you saw it. You can just rewind and go check. Okay, cool. 3 seconds left. 2, 1. The lunch chime rang and I was out of my seat so quickly it bordered on unseemly. I walked promptly to Samugi. Samugi, let's go to the cafeteria. I wonder what today's lunch special is. I see you're as famished as always, madam. Oh, perhaps I should ask for a second dessert. Samugi sighed and rolled her eyes as she stood. That was when it happened. My phone buzzed in my pocket. Oh, this is a lunchtime delivery of love. That's the name of this chapter, yeah. Hold on, I just got a message. Oh no. Is something the matter? Samugi looked at me curiously. I simply showed her my phone screen. Message from Ichiya Mitsumori. You're studying hard, I'm sure. You deserve a reward for your work, so I've prepared a big surprise. A perfect lunch packed with all my love. I've delivered it just for you. I'm waiting at the front gate. Oh my! Here? He came to my school with no advance warning whatsoever, so I couldn't even buy snacks at the vending machine. I'm gonna starve! I've lost 42 pounds in the last week. To ruin my sacred hour of feeding. I kind of need an Ichiya in my life to be like, here you go, a fancy meal, and you're like, can I have no? Okay, probably a good idea. Because otherwise I'm going to go in the kitchen and eat some Nutter Butters. I hear you. Chilled out. Why don't we go to the gate for now? I don't want to. I couldn't take the hunger anymore. I struggled to compose myself while a student came flying into the room. Miss Tojo, I showed your fiancé to the cafeteria. There was dead silence for a beat. And then, The whole classroom erupted in squeals and squees. Everyone dashed for the door in an excited rush. Okay, here's the weird thing. Miss Tojo, I brought that handsome man. And they're like, handsome man? But they're like, my fiance. And they're all screaming like this. My fiance. He's not my fiance, but also back the fuck off. What the hell? That was the point that was the point I realized it was inevitable. I couldn't escape this. Oh my god. Ichia like, it's okay, I brought plenty for everyone. Here's a cracker for you, a cracker for you. And Spacey, I had originally brought 5 crackers for you. Now I've spread them out, you only get 1. It's fine, you're dainty. I'm gonna die. Like, I'm gonna die. Anyway, we'll stop here and we'll finish Ichia's torture. Anyway, I'm so glad we got to see Kasuga. You know how much I love him. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.